My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. We have Marvin still sitting on his mailbox and we are ready to return to him the snackle cakes that he asked us to procure. Any luck in getting those snackle cakes? I'm really jonesing for whatever it is they use for frosting. Yeah, I finally found some. Here you go. Thanks a million! Here, take some meat for the cakes, and also I'll give you some sitting tips. You get 100 meat rather, 10 experience, and we are now an expert setter! Finally! I've been wondering how to get down on the ground. In particular, I'm actually excited because this is giving us +1 Moxie, which is the stat that we are most interested in building at this point in time. You're so good at sitting down that you make it look like you make it look even easier than it normally does. Thanks, Marvin. See you around. He's still on the top of the box. That's all good. We've saved Marvin from his dilemma. Let's have a look at our map. Our to-do list. We are bribing or defeating the mob guys guarding the refrigerator factory. So we've effectively just been, since we got that prompt, you know, I think about 3 episodes ago at this point. Since we got that prompt, we've effectively just been doing a bunch of side quests. But those side quests are important. Let's have a view. Find some cigarettes for the restless spirit at Augustus Dirch's house. And we actually get a counter on this. Test out the dubious grenades that the guys at the Cold War surplus store in Ocean City gave you. And I only need to test 2 more of them. So you know what we're going to do? Let's go for a wander around Marvin here.
Hands in the air, pal! You're on Tin Lizzie's nerf, and this is a stick-up!
You turn to see a woman in oil-stained coveralls, pointing a gun-like tool in your direction.
What the? Is that a cocking gun? Stick-up isn't really usually such a literal phrase. Actually, it's a grease gun, so I guess it's more of a slick-up.
Gross.
Everyone's a critic. Give me a wallet.
Grab her gun with 4 Moxie. Maybe we can only do this because we now know how to crouch and sit. Let's grab her gun. You pull out your wallet and nervously fumble it, dropping it at the woman's feet. When she growls and reaches for it, you swiftly grab her wrist and twist the grease gun out of her hand.
Hey!
Looks like the grease is on the other, lug nut? Honestly, I don't really know anything about cars.
You're gonna regret messing with the Tin Lizzies!
I'm gonna regret touching this filthy grease gun more. Go on, scram! You got an item, the Tin Lizzie grease gun. This isn't really intended to be used as a weapon, but that's never stopped you before. It deals your Moxie +2 in sleaze damage. So that's actually, like, in terms of damage, the same as our best weapon at this point in time. But it gives us the ability to opt for sleaze damage, which we didn't have prior. Excellent. Although I almost do wish that I'd fought her so that I could test a dubious grenade. Alas. An elderly man with thick eyeglasses shovels up to you with a determined expression. Before you can react, he shoves some meat in your mouth and shouts in your ear, "Operator! Operator! Get my worthless son on the line!" Mister, I'm not a payphone. That's what the last payphone said, and I'm not buying it. Let me talk to my sugar son. Bzz, bzz, bzz. I'm sorry, sir. The line is busy. Please try again later. Probably gabbling with one of his floozy girlfriends. He shuffles away angrily. But you gain 5 meat. Hell yeah. I'll keep that. I only need to do that a couple more 100 times until I can get into the fridge factory. On your way to wherever, you run into a cool guy wearing some cool sunglasses strutting down the avenue. Hey baby, what's happening? Hi. I can see you dig these shades. I know you got good taste. What the what? You like my sunglasses? Oh, gotcha. I mean, I don't really think anyone calls them shades for like another 20 years, though. I pride myself on being on the cutting edge. He flips open his coat, showing you rows of sunglasses. Care to buy yourself a pair? For you? Only 25 meat. Stylish sunglasses. +1 Moxie, they're an accessory. When you are wearing these, nobody can see the embarrassing thing that your left eye is always doing. Absolutely. Again, same rule applies. I want as much Moxie as possible. Sure, it's a deal. Now that's what I like to hear. He takes your meat and expertly selects the best pair of sunglasses for you out of the lining of his coat. You spend 25 meat, and you get the stylish sunglasses. Looking good, baby. Nice doing business with you. Let's continue on our way. I mean, this has been not but extremely profitable for us so far. Obi, who I definitely do not currently remember the voice for, so whoops. Obi stops and calls your attention to the small park that the two of you wander past. Look, there's a fair number of folks out here today. Is this what I sounded like? Probably. I don't know. Maybe. Are we in a hurry? I guess not. Why? He pulls out an oboe of its case. He pulls his oboe, rather, out of its case and then drops 2 meat in his hand and hands it to you. I think it's a crying shame to waste such an opportunity. Is busking legal here? Kid, don't be such a square. Anyway, we'll be long out of here before anyone makes a fuss. Well, okay. You pass the hat while Obi belts out some tunes, and the two of you split the take afterwards. I get 12 meat for managing Obi. Obi stops at the entrance to an alley and looks around. Hold up a second. I'm hearing a familiar melody. I don't hear anything. I mean in a metaphorical sort of way. Something I'm right on the edge of remembering. He taps one foot in thought for a moment. Then his eyes brighten and he snaps his fingers. Climbing up onto some trash bins, he pulls down a box that was wedged behind some drain pipes. Ah, what a thing to forget! Welcome to Papa, baby! What's that? He opens the box, revealing some smaller boxes and some tin cans. Genuine Cola War rations. Pork and beans, hardtack bread, a whole can of cola syrup, and carbonation tablets. You were in the war? Nope, but I can carry a tune. But my feet are flat. Plus, I got conscientious objector status on account of being a pepper. This stuff is army surplus that I stashed away for leaner times. You weren't planning on eating that, were you? The beans and bread? No, the syrup though. Ooh, this stuff doesn't go bad. It goes good. He pulls out a church key and punches a hole in the can with a nice hiss and takes a swig. His eyes go wide. Ooh, baby, now that's what I'm talking about. Obi's maximum HP increases by 5. I'll have to take your word for it, bud. Someone fight me! Put your dukes up! I got all these grenades and no one to throw them at. Across the street from you, you see the guy who tried to sell you those dirty joke books, rather. I now have the ability to get this. Second thoughts, eh? Well, today's your lucky day because the book is still available. It'll give us an upgradable sleaze armor perk. I am going to buy it. The man takes your meat and winks as he stuffs it into his pocket. Enjoy! Aren't we done here? What are you waiting for? I want to watch you read it. Slowly back away from him. Absolutely not, friend. Oh, wait a second. You know what I probably said in the end of the last episode is we're probably going to go to Mrs. Brewster's and check out her home for the traveling salesman. Sure. Oh! Will it count as testing? I'm gonna soda in the hole here. I don't want to fight them, but maybe soda in the hole is still okay. Maybe. I mean, it won't necessarily kill them, right? You shake the dubious soda can until the ball starts to rattle, then pop the tab and hurl it at the fisherman. It explodes in a spray of sweet carbonated water, which they like, and glittering aluminum shrapnel. You got me! You got me, Americans! Well done! I said it! Aluminum! There you go! Add it to the soundboard. Aluminum. I'll give you a clean take, actually. Aluminum. There you go! It's because it's written wrong in there! Glittering aluminium shrapnel. Which they don't. The confluence of these two conflicting emotions confuses them plenty enough for you to make your escape for 3 experience. All right, confuse. That's good enough for me. That doesn't sound like we've murdered anyone. Necessarily. Hey, it's a message in hobo code. I'm gonna translate it. It says, nice lady, but she only likes salesmen. Oh, well, not super useful to a non-hobo, but at least you got some translation experience, 5 experience for that. These are called tulips. But in this case, there are 3 of them. Oh, look at that. The rocks in this planter have accumulated quite a bit of grease. Must be because of their proximity to salesmen. You got an item, sorted grease. That actually makes me think. It makes me think a little bit. Maybe we should go and get ourselves as much moxie as we possibly can have at this point in time. Because, sure, where is moxie going to be most utilized? In negotiations with sales folk? Perhaps? Seems to me that might be the case. We have 52 experience. I could get Stony Heart plus 5 XP from gathering. Honestly, a faster rate of experience gain at this point in the game may just translate into me being able to get all the basic skills easily. I'm gonna do it. That's gonna pay off for itself after I gathered 10 items. Okay. So we are aloof, giving us the +1 moxie at the moment. It's definitely our inventory that we still have the ability to change in this direction. Now, filter. I'm looking to maximize my moxie. Thank you, by the way, to the comment that suggested that. I'm going to equip my... Oh. Is that the only moxie maxing equipment that I currently have access to? Really? I could have sworn that weren't the case. I appear to be incorrect. I appear to be incorrect in that assessment. Tin Lizzie's Grease Gun, the extra small Derringer. I mean, do I want to do physical or do I want to do sleaze damage? Sleaze just seems like it's probably going to have fewer things defending against. And, again, we're going in shopping. Maybe I need sleaze armor. I have 2 unspent experience, so I have not even unlocked Heard 'em all yet. Adobe recipe, which I've seen before. Okay, filter. Let's maximize elemental armor against sleaze, thank you. So these waxed slacks could give us 2 sleaze armor instead of 1 physical. I think that's probably going to be better for us right now. A potion in the lip balm? I don't know if I'm going to trade my potion out here. Let's stick with this. If you're bored by boarding house, you can always just leave. Is there any other interactable out here? No, and let's go in. Door isn't locked. Head inside. As you enter the boarding house, you discover some kind of hullabaloo, or perhaps a kerfuffle. Stern-looking middle-aged lady is surrounded by 6 agitated men, all talking at one another. Listen in.
Gentlemen, I insist that you settle down at once. We won't be able to get to the bottom of this with all of you acting like panicked school children.
Miss Brewster, you gotta call the cops!
Ha! With this town's police, I wouldn't trust them to solve a jigsaw puzzle, let alone a serious crime. And I won't have those hooligans turning my house upside down.
But there's been a murder! Someone's gotta do something!
Well, you can all go to your rooms and let me think. Good gracious!
The men file up the stairs, abashed but still fidgeting nervously. Talk to the woman.
Excuse me?
Miss Brewster sighs, exasperated.
I'm sorry, but I don't have any vacancies. Or, well, I suppose I do, but I can't let you have the room until the whole mess has been sorted out.
One of the men said something about a murder?
Yes, it's absolutely ghastly. One of my lodgers has been murdered in the night, and no one heard or saw anything. I'm practically at my wit's end.
Maybe I can help. My name's Ryan Hu. I'm kind of a independent investigator, that sort of thing.
Oh, like the Belgian fellow in the mystery novels.
What? Sure.
Well, that's marvellous. If you can solve this mystery, I will pay you quite reasonably.
Okay, it's a deal. I'll be your Poirot.
Thank goodness.
What can you tell me about this victim?
He was a travelling salesman. All of my lodgers are travelling salesmen.
What'd he sell?
Oh, they come and go so frequently, I haven't the least idea.
Well, how did he die?
I'm not sure. The body's missing. Look, you just better go have a look for yourself. He was in 3C. I locked the door so no one would make a mess around in there.
You got an item. The key to room 3C. The key to room 3C, the victim's room in Brewster's boarding house. Let's have some discussions with the suspects first, just in case it gives us some contextually important information as to what we should be looking at the crime scene. Not a crumb to be found on the dining table. Ms. Brewster keeps this place spick and span. A little note next to the phone says, "Do not use phone." Tiny oil paintings of previous boarders. Oh, wait. Okay. Not every single traveling salesman has a hat, apparently. That disagrees with my encounters so far, but the silhouettes say otherwise. The bathroom door is locked. There's absolutely a trapdoor under that bad boy, I think. Let's go upstairs. Stairs to the second floor. Room 2D. But really, they're all 2D if you think about it. I'm gonna knock on the door. Should probably check out the crime scene in 3C before trying to interview lodgers. Wait, I just laid out a plan completely opposed to that. It's a communal hat rack, but no one seems to be using it at the moment. Alright, sure, I'm just gonna sneak past the rest of the rooms and make my way to some high-heeled shoes that have been left carelessly in the hallway. You're not sure which aspect of this would upset Ms. Brewster the most. I'm gonna take the shoes. Extra high heels. Makes your steps higher. Alright, let's have a look at those. That's just cool as hell. I think I'm gonna be sticking with these. The two pointy leafed plants are holding the frondy one hostage. Alright, we'll go to 3C. I'm just making sure there's no other interactables around here that are relevant. You unlock the door and put the key in the secret pocket you use for things and won't need to be referred to again. You step into 3C and discover, holy crap! A massive pool of blood on the floor. And like Ms. Brewster said, there's not a body in sight. Holy jeez! Is there even this much blood inside a person? I'm gonna fish in it with the salty fishing rod. Bloodfish? Huh. Nothing. Must be shallower than it looks. Is that a hint that maybe there's less blood? Maybe they survived? An ordinary wash bin, no clues here. Also, there's a mirror. I'm gonna fish. Nothing in there either. No, a handful of clean water. He won't be needing it anymore. I'm gonna check myself for clues now, though. I look at myself in the mirror. Hi, Ryan. Smile. Hey there, good looking. Frown. Scowl. Oh, okay. This one's just gonna be the same as before. Got it. It's effectively face customization. This throw rug looks pretty ordinary. Check beneath it. Wait, hang on. Is there maybe a reason that I might need to be able to change my face in this instance in order to, I don't know, match someone? Impersonate someone? This throw rug, looks pretty ordinary. I'm gonna check underneath it. You roll up the rug and, whoa, what the heck? There's a crazy occult diagram under it. The lines and glyphs appear to have been burned into the floor. You can see little blobs of melted candle wax at the points of the dodecagram, and it even smells faintly of weird incense. Was this some kind of ritual killing? Great! Seems like a regular old murder wasn't even enough. Okay. What about this? Window's locked, so the killer must have come from inside the house. Leftmost in room A. No, I've got to go back to Brewster first. Fair enough. Hey, Brewster, I've seen the blood. Unlock the rest of the doors. Well, Miss Brewster, I've had a look in room 3C.
Did you find anything?
I found a huge pool of blood. It was really gross.
Did you find anything else?
Yeah, actually. An occult ritual circle.
What? Oh my goodness! You think it was some kind of black magic sacrifice?
Well, I'm afraid it does look that way, yeah, ma'am.
Well, I never. I've always felt a lodge's religion was no business of mine, but I won't stand for this one bit.
Are any of your lodgers involved with the occult, you know?
I do recall one of them specializes in selling occult supplies and paraphernalia, but I'm afraid I don't remember which one. You'll have to ask around.
Okay.
Alright, 2C. Not available. 2D is though. You knock on the door and a nervous looking salesman peeks out. I'm one and I am on. Oh, I know you.
Yeah, I think we met before. You said sell derringers, right?
That's right, yep, and you should buy one. There's a murder on the loose.
Actually, I'm investigating the murder.
Oh, thank goodness somebody is.
What do you know about the other salesman here?
I know there's a guy who sells occult stuff. I give him wide berth though. All I know about him is he doesn't live in the room below the sunglasses salesman. All right, here we go. I see what I'm doing here. I'm providing you with the clues that all together will give you ultimately the solution. It's a very typical kind of puzzle. This person eats meat but doesn't sit next to this person, doesn't sit across from this person. These people can't be on the table, you know. You've done an escape room, right?
That was nonsense. But other than that, I see.
Neither of them are the victim, by the way, to get back to the story. Okay, thank you. So you know, let's confirm, right? All I know is the occult salesman doesn't live in the room below the sunglasses salesman. And that they're both still alive. So I know that C and D both line up with their rooms directly above as well. And I know that 3C is where, the murder has taken place. I know 2D is, directly below 3D, one would have to assume. You knock on the door. Who's there? I'm not opening this door with a killer on the loose.
I'm investigating the murder. Do you have any information that could help?
There's a salesman who specializes in occult stuff, and that looks pretty suspicious to me.
What room's he in?
I'm not sure, but he isn't in the one above me, and he doesn't live at the end of the hall as he doesn't live at the same end of the hall as the victim either.
Thanks. Doesn't live at the same end of the hall as the victim either. That makes a bunch of sense, right? Because we know that 2C and 3C are already eliminated, so that's 3C's where the victim is. And we know that 2D and 3D are also eliminated because they can't be the sunglasses merchant as well as the occult. However, given what everyone else has said so far, it has to be 2B and 3B, right? You knock on the door and a salesman sticks his head out.
Yeah? Oh, hey, I know you.
Oh yeah, you're the guy selling pants from before, right?
That's me. What's up? Want to buy some pants?
Not right now, I'm just investigating a murder.
Ah, yeah, real grisly business then.
Do you know the other salesmen that live here?
Not really, just the guy who sells those little Derringer pistols. He was complaining about the guy who lives right above him, that trinkets and baubles guy, because he thought he was making a racket, dropping much stuff on the floor at night. It probably doesn't help you much, though.
Well, it's something. Thanks.
Hang on.
I mean, we'll talk to 3D and try and figure out what's going on with that. But is there another floor that I have forgotten about? You knock on the door, a voice calls out without opening it.
Hello?
Hi, I'm investigating the murder. How well do you know the other salesman here?
I don't know any of these guys.
Although, I think there's a guy who sells brushes who's neighbor with the guy who sells pants. Okay, thanks. A guy who sells brushes is neighbors with the guy who sells pants. So the guy who sells pants, obviously, downstairs in 2B. So that means 2A is their neighbor with the paintbrushes.
Ah.
You knock on the door and a salesman opens it.
Yeah? Something I can... Oh, hey, we meet again.
Oh, hey, you're the sunglasses guy.
That's me, baby. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm investigating a murder.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I was hoping you could give me some information around the people who live here.
I don't really know any of these guys. There's a fella that sells jokes and gags somewhere on this floor, I think, and there's a guy that sells pants, but all I can tell you about him is he isn't the guy right below me. Sorry.
No problems, thanks anyway.
Wait, so we just got eliminated rooms, effectively, right? So the only two guys around here you know are the jokes and gags seller who lives on this floor, and the pants hawker who does not live in the room right below you. You say the guy who sells jokes and gags isn't the one who lives next to the one who lives What? Hang on, I've actually never seen this one before. Hello, who are you? I'm investigating the murder? What can you tell me about the people who live here? Oh, well, I pretty much keep to myself. All I know is the other salesman is that one who sells jokes and gags isn't the one who lives next to the one who lives above the one who sells brushes. What? Nothing, thanks. Alright, I'm gonna go get some paper. Okay, let's go around starting to confirm some things. So 3A, you sell sunglasses. Just draw a little picture of sunglasses on there. Thank you muchly. This guy, annoyingly, says the salesman who sells jokes and gags isn't the one who lives next to the one. You know what? We're gonna come back to you. We're gonna come back to you as soon as we have a couple more of these positions filled out. Okay. 3C, we know, has been murdered. So they're dead. 3D. Could you repeat what you told me before? It was just that the brushes salesman lives next to the pants salesman. Got it, thanks. And we know that pants is in 2B. So, I'm just gonna draw a little picture of pants. And then we know that the brush has to be next to them, which tells us a little bit about other rooms. 2C, what do we know about you again? No one's there. 2D. 2D, we know you are the Derringer salesman, so you're selling a wee bit of a tiny little gun. And what do you say again? You say that all we know is the occult salesman doesn't live in the room below the sunglasses salesman, and that they're both still alive. Well, I mean, yeah, the brush lives below the salesman. So 2C, we still haven't confirmed as anything. 2B, your pants. 2A is brushes. All I know is the guy who sells occult stuff doesn't live above me, and he doesn't live at the same end of the hall as the victim. Which would tend to suggest that they have to be 3B. Right? And that's going to be our little pentagram there. Is there another floor down? Is there a bunch more people around here? Bathroom is locked. Is anyone living in the bathroom? Are people allowed to sublet the bathroom here? Brewster, there's not an additional door behind you. No, only Miss Brewster is allowed in the kitchen at the moment. Okay, got it. Let's look at our final floating piece of information here and see if it comports with everything so far. The salesman who sells jokes and gags, oh, I forgot where that guy is, isn't the one who lives next to the one who lives above the one who sells brushes. Buddy, what you just described to me is that you don't sell brushes. As far as I'm concerned, the salesman who sells jokes and gags is not me. Where's my jokes and gags man? Sorry to bother you again. It was the brushes salesman lives next to the pants salesman. That's all confirmed. That's easy. We know about that. No one needs to remind us. This is the Derringer salesman. You don't have a response. You're the pants salesman. Where's the joke salesman? I had to confirm the joke salesman with respect to someone else. All I know is the guy who sells derringers lives right under the guy who sells trinkets. And I know trinkets is in 3D, right? Oh, are trinkets maybe occult? Trinkets and baubles? Which means the only person that is not confirmed here is 3B or 2C. And 3B cannot be the gag salesman. So 2C is the gag salesman. Which means 3B has to be the occultist. That's the only way I can resolve this? Excuse me, Miss Brewster. Who lives in 2C? Because they didn't answer and the door's locked.
That's because 2C is my room.
Oh, well, can I have a look inside?
Certainly not, that's private. And you can't possibly imagine I would kill one of my own lodgers. That would be terrible for business.
I guess you do have a point there. Interesting. Have you solved the case yet? I do believe I have. But there's... Hang on! But the jokes can't live in 2C if you live in 2C. You know what? I think it's 3B. I think I worked it out ages ago. I won't have you accusing the wrong fellow. Oh no. Well, I figured out who the occultist is. Maybe if we confront him with it, he'll either confess or give us some useful information.
Are you certain you know which one he is? I won't have you accusing the wrong fellow.
Let me double check my notes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna double check my notes in between episodes and make absolutely certain that I'm not going to fail this quest, which we are going to see the resolution of at the very top of the next episode. But until then, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Shadows over Loathing. Hopefully you've been enjoying this. There's a series playlist up in the top left, YouTube recommendation down below, and screen class and the names of people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Our above the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Yannick. Hopefully you've all been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.